my personal connection to Bruce Lee kind of goes right back to when my dad was first telling me about him. I still remember he was kind of imitating his stance and doing some of his like the feinting he would do with his hands, sort of like Tai Chi type movement.
I mean, for me, like, I just remember Bruce Lee being such a huge inspiration during my karate days. There's one scene in particular from Enter the Dragon. It's pretty sick. You know, he jumps up high into the air and just full blown double foot stomps this guy on the face. And basically, it brought this memory back to me from my childhood where I was getting like picked on a little bit. I wouldn't say bullied or whatever, but these three guys were like giving me a bit of a rough time. And the smallest guy in the group, they were saying, "Oh yeah, he could have you in a fight. He could have you in a fight." You know, yeah, that was it. Like they was having a pop at the karate thing. You know, they was being a bit disrespectful. "Oh, you do karate? You think you can fight? No, you can't." Yada yada yada. And they're telling me that this like little punk could have me in a fight, and I'm just thinking, no, he couldn't. And anyway, like it gets agreed, oh yeah, we're gonna fight in the school playground, like as an organized thing. And the other two guys stood back, and I got the guy on the floor pretty quickly. And yeah, I just remember jumping up in the air and just full on 2-footed stomping him in the face and really fucking hurt the guy. And yeah, after rewatching Enter the Dragon, it was like, oh my God, yeah, like you took that straight out of Bruce Lee's playbook. Wow.
So yeah, Bruce Lee is important to me personally because he has been an inspirational individual role model for me throughout my life. My understanding of him has certainly evolved over the years. So when I was a kid, I remember going to Blockbuster. I would always go to the martial arts section. I kept going back, and my dad and I kept renting Bruce Lee movies. And one of my favorites, which we can talk more about later, is Enter the Dragon. I actually have my old, when I was cleaning out at my parents' house, I found my old DVD, not even a Blu-ray, but my old DVD of Enter the Dragon, which I recently rewatched. So when I was a kid, I loved him for the, the action. I thought it was really cool. I enjoyed, his films and subsequent martial artists who were influenced by him, like Jackie Chan and Jet Li. And then later, when I was a teenager and I started getting into martial arts, I also saw him as an inspiration, for developing my own practice there. And now recently, returning to him and returning to his life and ideas, I've also started to reflect more upon the real depth that he had as an individual and his contributions to, spreading Eastern philosophy, or playing at least a small role in that, spreading it in the West, and his thoughts and reflections and writings on Taoism and Zen. And so I think that he's an interesting person because he wasn't just he didn't just fit into one box. He wasn't just an action star or martial artist. So I think that he has, he made meaningful contributions to a lot of different areas, which I continue to go back to even to the present day. And I like to explore new aspects of him. And I feel like he's someone that you can keep returning to and constantly, be learning something new about.
Yeah, very ahead of his time, wasn't he?